What are the pressure points of antitrust? How much do you worry about regulators at this point?
Good morning from Essen. Yeah, we are creating here two new leading European energy companies which will in future focus on their core activities. So E.ON on the networks and distribution business, and we, RWE, on power generation, trading and security of supply. Coming to your point, I mean, so far all statements we have seen from experts are very positive, that we don't expect any significant hurdle from competition authorities for this transaction.
What exactly is the rationale for RWE going forward? What will RWE become? Will you turn into a green asset holder at a bigger scale?
Our operating business so far has focused on conventional power generation, and now with this transaction we combine two very large renewable platforms, that from E.ON and that from Innogy, under the roof of RWE, and that will create a very strong renewables player. It's actually the number 2 in wind in Europe and the number 2 in renewables overall in Europe.
Mr. Krebber, good morning. As you get scale here, can you get increased profitability at the EBITDA line or whatever metric you want to use? How do you make this profitable to reverse share price performance?
I mean, what we will see from this transaction, if we compare it to today's EBITDA of RWE standalone, where we don't fully consolidate Innogy but only show the dividend, this transaction will more than double our EBITDA. And in future, more than 60% of our EBITDA after this transaction will come from the renewables business, which compares today's business only to 30%, which is then generation and trading. So it will entirely transform the company, which is currently focused on conventional generation, and will put most of our business activities on the renewable side.
Well, to be direct, can you get a greater margin down the income statement or better balance sheet integrity from renewables than from conventional utility distribution and management?
Yeah, we definitely strengthen our risk profile, our financial profile with this transaction. Currently, we run a net debt to EBITDA ratio of around 3.4, 3.5. This transaction will bring it down to 2.5 to below 3, because we only take on board additional 2.8 billion debt which needs to be consolidated. That is, compared to the additional income we get, a very low figure. So we expect that our very stable investment grade rating will be underpinned with this transaction.
Mr. Krebber, how many jobs will be lost?
I mean, we announced today together that we expect that 5,000 jobs will be affected by this transaction. This is entirely on the E.ON Innogy side, and especially focusing on headquarter jobs. We on the RWE side, because we only take some assets with around 2,500 employees from Innogy and E.ON on board, will not see any significant reduction in jobs on our side.
And will you completely dissolve the Innogy brand?
That's a decision E.ON will take after the integration of the business. No decision has yet been taken there.
When will you make a decision on it?
That's an E.ON decision, so it's not on our side, it's not on the RWE side, but on the E.ON side. And expectation is maybe that they do it in the second half of 2019.